Okay, here's number one from our algebra pretest that we took in class. Number one, we had to show the steps to solve and give the property. So first thing we should do is realize that to simplify this left side, we got to distribute. So we'd end up with 12 minus 21x equals 9. And the property there is a distributed property. Distributed property basically gives us the directions to take that multiplication over everything inside the parentheses. The next thing we need to do is get our variable terms on one side, which we have right here, and then get our constants, the 12 and the 9, on the same side. We want the constants on the opposite side as a variable term. So I want to move that 12 to the right side. So I'm going to subtract it, because I need to make 0 here. And when this makes 0, I'm left on the left side with negative 21x equals 9 minus 12 is a negative 3. So I use the subtraction property of equality. The property basically says I can subtract the same quantity from both sides of an equation. Now I need to make a 1 in front of that x, not a negative 21. Or I need to think of it as undoing the multiplication. So I'm going to divide by negative 21 on both sides. The number divided by itself gives me 1. 1x is x equals negative divided by a negative is a positive 3 over 21. Now I should always give all answers in simplified form. 3 over 21 can reduce. This is equivalent to 3 times 1 over 3 times 7. 3 over 3 is 1, so x equals 1/7. And that last property was the division property of equality. That's done. Now for number 2, we need to check that answer of 1/7. So remember, I got the answer x equals 1/7. So if I take that original equation, and instead of writing x, I'm going to write that quantity 1/7. That was my answer. When I solve, I'm finding something to make an equation true. So when I do the math on the left side of this equation, it better come out to equal the right side of the equation. It better be a true statement. So I'm going to do the inside parentheses first. Well, 7 times 1/7, they're reciprocals. Any number times its reciprocal is 1. Still working on the inside first, order of operations. 4 minus 1 is 3. Well, this is multiplication. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 equals 9. True statement. Check. Therefore, I know my answer of 1/7 was correct. Okay, number 3, I need to be careful. This is an inequality. So I do the same thing I would do if it were an equation, but I need to carry down that inequality. So I can't do anything on the left side. So I'm just going to rewrite it. On the right side, I should see that I can simplify that by distributing. Okay, now I have an equation. I have variable terms on two sides. I want those variable terms on the same side. So I want to move this 3x over there. Well, that means I undo it. So I undo subtraction with addition. Whatever I do to one side, I do the other. So this makes 0. So I'm left on the left side with 4. Copy down my inequality. 2x and 3x combine to make 5x. Now I need all my constants on the same side. The constants are the negative 10 and the 4. I want them on the opposite side as my variable. So I want to move this negative 10 to the left side. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides. This makes 0. So I'm left on the right side with 5x. Copy down my inequality. 10 and 4 is 14. I want to know what 1x is, not 5x. All right, undo that multiplication with division, or multiply by the reciprocal. This makes 1x, which is what I want. So 14 divided by 5, can't do the division. I'm just going to leave it as 14/5. Now normally when we write inequalities, we write our variable first, so I could also write this. Notice it's saying x is less than or equal to 14/5. Okay, number 4. I'm going to start with a picture of a rectangle. Notice it says the length is 3 meters less than twice the width. So it's telling me about the length using the width. So the width is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to say the width is x. Well, it says the length is, meaning the length is equal to 3 meters less, means I need to subtract 3 from twice the width. Well, my width is x, then twice it is 2x. So width would be x, length would be 2x minus 3. Find a perimeter of any geometric shape by add up all the sides, the lengths of all the sides. Well, these represent the lengths, so this one has got to be a length of x. This one is also 2x minus 3. Opposite sides are congruent in a rectangle. So the perimeter would be the sum of those 4 sides. So I'm just going to write that. X plus 2x minus 3. There's one side, plus my second side, plus my third side, plus my fourth side. Now, of course, I can simplify this expression, combine all my like terms. 1x plus 2x is 3. There's 4x, 6x. Minus 3 and a minus 3 would be a subtraction of 6. So there's the simplified form of my perimeter. Area is length times width. Now I need to realize that that whole quantity, 2x minus 3, represents the length. So when I write the area, I want to write x, my width, times my length. If I forget the parentheses around the 2x minus 3, then I would just have 2x times x. I wouldn't have the x times the negative 3. Okay, now number 5, converting miles to inches. I have 0.5 miles, or a half. Remember, I always write what I start with and what I want to end with. And I always include units in all my calculations here. So I'm going to start, or write what I start with, which is 0.5 miles. And I know that my answer needs to end up being in inches. In between goes conversion facts. And you multiply. So I need to use forms of 1. In other words, this has to be an equivalent quantity. Well, I know that 1 mile is equivalent to 5,280 feet. And see how those miles would cancel, and I'd be left with a unit of feet. But feet isn't what I want to end up with. I want to end up with inches. So here I need to use another conversion fact. I now need to change the feet to inches. Well, I should know that for every 1 foot, it's equivalent to 12 inches. Again, see how the feet, the units I don't want, cancel, and I'm left with the unit I want in my end. Now I just do the math. This is over a 1. All my denominators are 1, so I don't have really, I'm just dividing by 1, which is the number itself. So now all I have to do is multiply 1/2 times 5,280 times 12, which will give me a value of 31,680. And the unit there is inches.